For more on the PDP crisis, convention, and the road to political stability, I'm joined by Senator Ohuabunwa. He's the fractional chairman of the PDP Board of Trustees. Good evening.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for being on Newsnight.
Yeah, thank you.
Can I begin by asking you one of the biggest questions that have accompanied your emergence as the BOT chairman, parallel BOT I must say, is that of legitimacy. The question of where do you get your legitimacy from? Because the PDP constitution, I believe under Article 31, defines who makes up the BOT of the party.
Yes.
So where do you get your legitimacy from? And I ask that because of the constitution of the membership of this parallel BOT.
Yes. Well, first and foremost, let me thank you for giving me this opportunity to be here, at least to throw a little bit more light to what led to where we are today. Because when people talk about, I see people come here, pontificate and discuss things they don't know, because there's an adage in my place. I'm a proud Igbo man, though a true Nigerian, says that if you are in a rain, you're beaten by rain and you don't know where it starts and you're drenched, definitely, if you don't know where the rain started, you won't know where it will stop or dry up. So for those, most people who come talk about PDP without knowing the story. So those of us who are true PDP members, who are pioneer PDP members, who have compassion and commitment to this party from day one, have come today to at least let people know exactly what has happened. You see, gradually we got to this place for no other reason than disobedience to this document. Your constitution. Our constitution. Because if we had kept to our constitution, obey our laws, definitely we won't get here. We have disobeyed our own in different forms and at different times. And that's why we are where we are today. And we are still not learning our lessons. Because I told people at this point, what we should be talking about is introspection. Let's come back and reason what has happened. You see, PDP was in power for about 16 years
at the center.
At the center. Then by 2015, when we lost the election, we set up a committee. This committee to look at what happened. A Kuremadu committee. They came up with decision, resolution, recommendations, which, as I speak to you today, has not seen the light of the day. So we've been behaving as if we are still in power. 2019, the same thing happened. 2023, the same thing happened. Look at what actually causes this problem. What has caused this problem? It's mainly because of people's ambition, greed, nothing more than that. Check from the history of PDP. It's always been who wants to be president. And that's what led us to. And the party had, in this constitution, stated clearly that all of us as a member must abide by this constitution. And also this constitution had told us that when you leave this party, when you decamp, as you come back to the party, when you rejoin the party, you lose your seniority. You become a backbencher. You start from the beginning. But unfortunately, people will decamp and come back to be in front, and even come to the extent of saying they must contest the highest position. And as if the party is just there for election. And once they don't get what they want, they leave the next minute, they decamp. I
wonder if you're referring to former Vice President that you
Well, not only. There are so many, not only him. You can check. So many people have done that. But there are people who have been consistent in this party. I'm a pioneer member of this party. Some of us have remained in this party when it was good, when it was bad. I give you an example. I'm from Abia State. There was time Abia State, the government became people's whatever, PPA. We remain in PDP. And as I speak, I've not left PDP one day. And there are many people like that who have been in this PDP, committing their time, committing their resources, ensuring that this party remains afloat. But unfortunately, people will come because of their selfish ambition and greed. And once they don't get that, they leave the party. Okay, so that is not fair. And that's what has led us. Because if we are kept to the tenets of this party, we won't get what we are. Let me finally say this, or say this. You see, today, there is a confusion or struggle about the leadership of the party. This constitution made it clear in no mistaken term that once an elected person is either removed by resignation, by impeachment, or whatever, that zone will be the rightful place to replace that person. I give you an example of the former chairman, Iyochayu.
Okay.
When Iyochayu left, in the interim, Damagu, as the deputy chairman representing the North, we have deputy chairman North and deputy chairman South, stepped in. And it was to be for an interim period within which the North Central should now bring a replacement. But unfortunately, that has not happened even as we speak. And if you check the organogram, today there is no deputy chairman North. We only have deputy chairman South, because deputy chairman North is the substantive position of Damagu, for which he's elected at the convention. So when that continued, people challenged the legitimacy of Damagu. Then that was how the problem, the build-up to where we are. Then eventually, when they got to this level, at the point the National Working Committee now went to suspend the pillars of the party. They suspended the National Secretary, suspended the National Organizing Secretary, suspended the legal advisor, suspended the national. So what is left? The only person left, principally, is just the acting chairman, because those are the pillars of the party. And once you remove these principal officers, the party, the house is like a house. It will collapse automatically.
Senator Ohuabunwa, if I understand you, are you then replacing one illegitimacy with another illegitimacy?
No.
My question to you was, what is your legitimacy? That's what I'm saying. In forming a parallel.
That's what I'm saying.
BOT,
yes,
which some say, in fact, was instituted and constituted in the FCT minister's office.
No, it's not.
And not even in your party building.
No. You know that the party today, the office, is being cordoned by security, because there are two parallel NWC now. So
there's two parallel everything.
Yes,
NWC, BOT.
Yes. So what I'm saying is that when you remove this group, they on their own met and suspended Damagu and his own group. So in doing that, the board of trustee as at that time, which is the conscience of the party, that is supposed to have intervened, became complicit. They took side. No.
They did set up a reconciliation committee, as we understand it.
You set a reconciliation committee when you have recognized a group. You have recognized that group. And like I said, if this had been done over time, I give you several examples. Listen, you knew about G5.
Yes.
How did G5 come about? G5 came about when we refused to obey our constitution. Because the constitution.
So your party then is a lawless party.
So to an extent, and that's why we have come to recover the party and to bring
with a parallel BOT.
Yes.
Where is that legitimacy coming from? You still not answered my question.
No, I've answered you that in laying the foundation, first and foremost,
yes,
there was a parallel NWC, and the parallel NWC has the powers to set up its own BOT from members of BOT who are in line with that parallel organization.
So do you have former presidents, former vice presidents, former senators, apart from yourself?
Not several.
Members from the geopolitical zones as members, as your constitution demands in Article 31?
Yes.
Okay, so
it mustn't be everybody for now, but we make sure that it's in line with the guidelines and the constitution.
The constitution does not say for now. Your constitution highlights those who should be part of the
what I'm
BOT.
saying, it mustn't be everybody. That you say former president, former this, it mustn't be everybody. And this is a parallel, if you call it a faction, because the party is factionalized as I speak. So what I'm saying is that, yes, we've started. Others will come on board because they will see the legitimacy, the right, and what we intend to bring on board. Because like I said, the essence is to recover our party. Because if we begin to act as the conscience of the party, which is the basic function of PDP, of BOT, like I told you, when the G5 came, what was the argument? The argument was that first, in this constitution, there is a clause for rotation. The presidency, other party functional should rotate. Then when the article became the presidential candidate, those of your colleagues who came, because I was a member of that committee, went straight to the then chairman and said, now that the
candidate is gone,
he made it very clear, that he will resign once a northern bid come.
Right.
And when that happened, he refused to resign. Then sorry, sir. The G5 said, look, for us to continue, let the party hierarchy change so that we can move forward. At that point, I expected the BOT, which is the conscience of the party, to come and say, look, this is the right thing to do.
Okay. Can I just ask you very quickly in 60 seconds if you can?
Yes.
Are there any efforts of reconciliation? And now that INEC has recognized Damagum Iliya Damagum as the chairman of your party, where does that put your faction?
No, people are missing it. Before now, a letter had been written to INEC for these different congresses and primaries, signed collectively by Damagu and the National Secretary, Sam Ayanwu. So that is that letter. It's not a new one.
But they recognize the Ekiti primary of the Damagum faction.
Yeah, because the letter, no, it's not. It's the letter. The letter was already signed by the two, given time and date and where this will happen before the emergence of this faction. Are you getting? Do you understand what I'm saying now? So that was there. It's not a new thing. It's not a new.
Even though it was recognized over the weekend.
Yes, it's not a new development.
Efforts at reconciliation ongoing or not?
Definitely, that is why we're here.
Okay.
That's why we have come to recover the party, reconcile the party, which is what the BOT should have done ab initio before now. You see, over time, we kept disobeying our constitution, and you keep quiet. You kept until we got to this level. Because if we had done that from the beginning, definitely we won't get it. There wouldn't have been any need for factionalization. But what we are still saying, the BOT is the conscience of the party, is the compass. We have come as a faction, and we are reaching out.
The conscience of the party that is also split into two factions. Senator Ohuabunwa, thank you very much. We wish the PDP the best in strengthening our democracy. Senator Ohuabunwa is a factional chairman of the People's Democratic Party Board of Trustees. Thank you so much for being on.
No, it's my pleasure. Then I believe you give us a little more time, sometime to come.
We'll bring you back.
Tell people exactly what is happening, where we started, and
we are monitoring the situation.
Please,
we'll bring you back. Thank you so much for your
patience
and your time.
Thank you.